Yeah, so we're just gonna watch this from one time speed, I guess. And we'll just comment whenever we feel like it. But we're gonna take it slow a bit. We're gonna try to see if we've made like fundamental mistakes or things that we can slightly improve. I think because we're getting the infestation pit anyway for going teching to the hive, we can get a few infestors with fungal growth for their ground units. Because he had zealots, stalkers, high templar, I believe. The fungal growth would be useful with the roaches. I mean, Sonic Storm is not the greatest against roaches. It can be effective against hydras. I mean, some hydras would be good too. They could act as anti-ground and anti-air versatile units with the corruptors, so a mix of roach hydra is okay. I don't really want to get lurkers if my opponent's going a lot of air units, because I don't see the point. If I go lurker corruptor for corruptors to counter the air, like, it just seems a bit useless because you can have the hydras be versatile. So I would prefer to have hydras in that case. But if one thing I can say about this game, I think I could have gotten the Broodlords earlier. I mean, actually, I didn't get the Broodlords before he quit the game, and I had too many Corruptors at the time, but I had accidentally produced more Corruptors when I didn't have to. I could have produced more Roaches, especially since I was going to get to 200 supply, and I had far too many Corruptors for how many air units he had. So I could have gotten Roaches instead, and, you know, a few Infestors wouldn't hurt. So I could think of adding that. As for swarm hosts, I barely see them used ever. They're pretty effective at taking down bases, but they're very vulnerable to air units. I don't know if they're worth getting. So, I mean, I guess we're just theory crafting right now, trying to see what kind of decisions would be better overall. And as for my opponent, I believe he could have attacked my bases a bit more. Like, he could have been versatile, get warp prism, and attack some of my bases. That could be effective, like my other opponent did in the previous game where I lost. Protoss player was very effective at taking down my bases with skirmishes. So if I had a crawler at my base, he would send just enough zealots to take down the crawler and the drones. So he wouldn't just send one zealot. He would be smart. And if I didn't have detection, he would send Dark Templar. Or he would kill my Spore Crawler before sending the Dark Templar. Just smart things like that to take me down. In this game, my opponent didn't harass my bases enough, I feel. I mean, he did a little bit with the carriers in the beginning, but we dealt with it correctly. I don't know. And this player is in Diamond. So we beat a Diamond player. I mean, I think we can get Diamond soon. We just need our progress bar to be filled, I think. for our MMR. So our MMR has to be a bit higher, I think. We're just watching for things we can improve or... So obviously when he's walled off with the natural, I like to just macro. Because there's not really a point in rushing that unless I want to lose my units. So two things we could do to improve that we've found is get a few infestors for fungal growth against the ground army and not get as many corruptors because they were just not doing anything in the end of the game, so they were taking up supply that could have been used for more roaches or hydras or infestors, of course. I mean, if I have enough corruptors for whatever air units you might be getting. But, you know, despite the amount of corruptors that I got, I did see my opponent still get Colossus. So I don't know why he did that. I think it was a mistake at the end of the game. But I guess this game goes to show what Zerg can accomplish if they're allowed to macro for a long time. Like if their resources are, if they have 80 drones on resources and max supply, they can do a lot of damage against your opponent. As Zerg, it's typically good to have one base above your opponent, if not two bases. So he's on 2 bases, we are on 3, so we're doing good. This is when he attacks with the carriers. This caught us a bit off guard, honestly. We didn't scout it. Sometimes it's okay to send an overlord to suicide just to see what they're doing behind the wall. Because you can't send Zerglings behind the wall to see what they're doing. So maybe I could have done that. Maybe I'll think of that next time. We're just getting spores because of the carriers so that we don't die. Killed our Hydra Den, so we're rebuilding it. Well, the spores are positioned so that we can protect the workers. I think that's most important. Our creep spread's pretty okay so far. Pretty decent. Well, I guess you can accomplish great things with good macro mechanics. I mean, just have to watch out for Protoss skirmishers attacking your bases, mostly. But we seem to have gotten them contained here for the rest of the game. So maybe this is a bit one-sided, this game.
Mineral field depleted.
Vipers are pretty good. I'm happy we got those units against the ground. A couple of infestors wouldn't hurt either with fungal growth. Blinding Cloud is very useful. Oh, another thing, we could use Abduct against Archons or Colossus to bring them closer to our army and kill them. I just haven't used Abduct, but next time maybe I will. Well, I believe we're ahead of him, so we're just doing whatever damage we can.
Mineral field. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field. Our forces are under attack. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
Creep start's pretty good. We got to his base with it.
Mineral field depleted.
Can't really complain about this game other than the things that I've pointed out.
Mutation complete.
When you get Vipers, make sure to set the rally point for them to a hatchery or extractor so that you can consume it before you send it off to battle.
Is
so that it can have mana.
A creature is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Overall, Vipers have helped quite a bit too, especially here. He's got to run because Blinding Cloud prevents the ranged unit from doing any damage. It really depends how long he wants to keep his army in the cloud, though. If he wants to run back, then... Actually, that would be a good opportunity to abduct the Archons. Should think of that next time.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Nesting geyser exhausted. Our forces are under attack. Mutation. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
So we've been ahead of him this whole game, pretty much, so this game's pretty one-sided. And here's, I think we accidentally got too many Corruptors. Not yet, but after.
Exhausted.
I think this is okay.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
We want to take down that mothership and all is there.
Field depleted.
I always like that feeling of Protoss getting air units but getting completely decimated by Corruptors. It just feels so satisfying.
Depleted.
think I went and got more corruptors here, which I didn't need.
Mutation. Mineral field.
I was gonna get Broodlord tech, so getting Greater Spire now. It's a bit late to get Broodlord tech, honestly, but I suppose we didn't need Broodlords before because he was getting air units. I believe this is when we got more corruptors by accident, which we didn't need. Maybe our opponent got Colossus by accident in the same way. Yeah, we did get more corruptors here, I think. Yeah, we did. Well, only 4. And if Broodlord tech would have finished, we would get a few Broodlord as well. Alright, let's watch from his perspective. And I do wonder too if it is really worth doing this. Sometimes I think it's okay, because you get to see the game from a more in-depth perspective. But I think we've got the game almost figured out. Just things to watch out for. Early game cheese. Sometimes I lose to Protoss Tower Rush or one base all-ins. I guess you have to scout to know it's coming.
Pylon under attack. Did you warp in a backup?
This is when I saw that he's attempting a tower rush on my main, so we brought some drones to kill this this cannon. And we're just gonna follow this probe to make sure he doesn't do anything. And he runs out. This overlord shouldn't be here. I made a mistake. So I'm gonna I can lose that overlord easily.
Pylon under attack. Did you warp in a backup?
Well, I mean, at least he's doing a little bit of harassment with the adept. But I think his biggest mistake was not harassing throughout the game. I know he did a carrier harass in the beginning, which was pretty effective.
Glorious combat is upon us.
But I do think that if he would send a few units to harass every now and then on my bases,
That one's been inbound for years.
it could have been more effective for him. Rather, he stayed stuck on a few bases while he allowed me to macro and max out. So I think it was good thinking on his part to get the carriers and attack. But I think he should have harassed me throughout the game a bit more. Just found opportunities to kill my bases before letting me macro completely.
That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game. That field's been mined out. Mineral field depleted.
I realize now I could have canceled that hatchery.
That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game.
This is the first time I've seen a mothership in a while.
You can't warp in there. Pay attention. Your forces are taking damage. Terrible, terrible damage. That field's been mined out. Hope you have an extension. You're in raise your APM. Mineral field depleted. My dad always used to. Base is under attack. Our forces are going after a pylon. A classic tactic. Mineral field depleted. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game. Pylon under attack. Did you warp in a backup? That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion. Mineral field depleted. The steam guys are exhausted. Geyser's empty. If only this game had cold gas. They're attacking your base, you know. They're going after a pylon. A classic tactic. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game. Mineral field depleted. Pylon under attack. Did you warp in a backup? Research is done. That one's been in buffer. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game. Base is under attack. That field's been... The steam guys are exhausted. That mineral field's gone. Looks like we're going to the late game. They're going after a pylon. A classic tactic. Mineral field depleted. Your base is under attack. Pylon under attack. Did you warp in a backup? That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion. You're engaging the opponent. Time to raise your APM. That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion.
So we have a lot of corruptors, don't seem to be doing much. But, I mean, we are forcing him to get ground units. So we have roaches. Maybe a few infestors would help too, like we said. Well, we're keeping on the pressure.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Good game.